All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We are just a little over 2 weeks away from Tennessee playing against Virginia in Nashville, Tennessee. So this week, what I've done is I've made 5 bold predictions of what I think is going to happen this year with the Tennessee Volunteers. Um, and I think they're pretty bold. They're definitely, for the most part, these are things that did not happen last year for us, but I do foresee this year happening. So the first bold prediction that I'm making is I think Tennessee is going to be a top three rushing team this year. Last year we had a good year as far as rushing. We rushed 199 yards a game. We averaged 199 yards a game. We finished sixth in the SEC. We rushed the ball last year. We rushed it 55% of the time. So we run it more than we pass it. I think a lot of people get that confused with us. They think we throw it more than we actually run the ball, but it's actually the opposite. So I think this year there's going to be more emphasis on it this year. I think we have 3 returning offensive linemen, and we have a slew of running backs that have experience and are capable. Jalen Wright, Jabari Small, Dylan Sampson. Small and Wright last year went over 1,500 yards.
From the 5. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Wright.
So we definitely have the tools to have a team that can be a top 3 SEC rushing. And I think we're going to go from 199 this year to be closer to like 225. So that's not, it doesn't sound like it's much, but it is a lot in the long scheme of things. So that is my first bold prediction. My second bold prediction is I think Squirrel White is going to go over 1,000 yards receiving. He is going to be I think our leading receiver this year. He had over 400 yards last year. And honestly, Squirrel White really just played in garbage time. He got limited playing time. He played at the end of games, and he made a huge impact just in those moments.
These top 4 teams.
Gain of 22. Sampson's got 97 yards on the ground. Look at Milton. Let it fly. He's got a man. And he'll be shy of the goal line by.
So I think that with Squirrel White this year, you're going to see him in the game more, having more of an impact. And I think he goes over 1,000 yards, has a great year. He's a really fast guy. I think you're going to see him tracking those balls down from Joe Milton. And I think, like I said, I think he's going to be a huge weapon for us this year. Anyway, the third bold prediction, I think Aaron Beasley is a first-team All-SEC linebacker at the end of this year. I think, he was amazing last year, had a great year. Anybody that watched Tennessee football will tell you Aaron Beasley was just rock solid last year. And, so I think he sometimes kind of got overshadowed by Jeremy Banks, but, more of the emphasis is going to be on him this year. He's going to have more responsibility. And I think he had 76 tackles last year. I think this year you're going to have him closer to 100 tackles. So anyway, Aaron Beasley, you heard it here first. He's going to be a first-team All-SEC linebacker, and that says a lot.
Klubnik, first start, first pass, and he is torn down. That was Aaron Beasley coming in hot.
That says a lot in the SEC because there's a lot of good linebackers. Okay, my fourth bold prediction is I think that Tennessee takes a big step as far as defensively this year. Last year we were hot garbage for a lot of the year, especially against the pass. Total defense, we were 91st in the country, and that's terrible. Our offense bailed us out a lot last year, and, we were able to win a lot of games just because, our offense put up 46 points a game. I do think we get much better this year. I think our secondary is much better. We brought in some people from the portal to give us some more depth. We've got another year in the system for those guys, and I'm making a bold prediction right here that Tennessee goes from 91st in total defense to a top 50 total defense. And that's not, I'm not saying they're going to be Georgia I'm just saying they're going to be a top 50 defense. And when you go from 91st to top 50, that's a big step. Okay. And now my fifth and final bold prediction is I think Tennessee goes 10-2. I know I've seen a lot of people predict Tennessee to go 10-2, so it's not that bold of a prediction. But I think when you look at our schedule, that's pretty bold to say 10-2 because we got to play Florida, we got to play Georgia, we got to play Alabama. We just got a ton of teams. We got to play South Carolina. There's a lot of games, a lot of games on the road in the SEC that are just hard games to win at Missouri. But I think, Tennessee goes 10-2. They do lose to Georgia and Alabama. But I think when the year's over, we'll earn ourselves another invite to January 6th Bowl. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. That is my 5 bowl predictions for the Tennessee Vols in 2023. Have a great day.